everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So we're going to get started in just a minute on moving to next generation memberships. Just a couple of quick housekeeping notes off the top. This will be recorded, so if you miss anything and you want to go back, you'll get both the recording of this along with any slides sent out by email tomorrow, as well as posted on our website. If you have any questions throughout this, we have a couple people today who will be answering questions during the webinar, so you can use the questions box in your GoToWebinar module, usually on the right-hand side of your screen, and we'll either answer those for you in writing or we'll answer them at the end of the webinar, or if we really need, if it's something in depth, we can follow up with you after. I think that's it, so I'll turn it over to Bob and Jonathan.
Thanks. So I'm Bob Bickle, and Jonathan is also here today. Jonathan is the guy in this picture in the kind of neon green yellow t-shirt, and it's an old picture. He looks a lot older than this now, Jonathan.
Thanks, Bob.
But he was the president of the Rockland Roadrunners, so that's what that RRR means on his shirt. And he is the lead developer for this next generation membership system that we've brought out. So today's webinar is going to finish with a demo of doing imports, and really this webinar is about people that might want to move to our membership platform. You might have spreadsheets that you're keeping track of members today, or you might be on a different membership system. And so this kind of gives you an overview of what our membership system is about, and then we'll go into importing live demo, and I'll be doing that, and hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, it's Jonathan's fault. All right, so we call it Next Gen Membership product because we've actually had a running club product for 10+ years. We've got several hundred running clubs across the United States that use it to manage their memberships. And the next generation product kind of keeps our simple business model where all the software is free and we make our money on processing fees. So when people become a member or sign up for your events, that's where we make our money. It uses this all new set of components that we've been building for the past several years, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But basically, it modernizes everything as part of our membership system. And part of the logic of building this is to have it go beyond running clubs. So we want to keep all the good stuff we have for running, all the club discounts, and joining when you sign up for a race. And we want to see this product because it's more usable, it's friendlier, it's more capable. We want to see it extended use in the running community. And we think that there's a lot of applicability for it for perhaps running stores or more running clubs or even event organizations, because you have this capability of kind of grouping all of your really strong members together, and they feel like they're part of something, and then you can kind of combine that with your events and do a lot of cross-pollination with that. And so we're hoping to kind of just keep the running clubs and actually expand it quite a bit. And we're hoping that this kind of virtuous cycle happens between races and running clubs, where races start to offer discounts to running clubs and running clubs start to promote races that are doing that, and so get a bit of cross promotion in the running community. Beyond the running community, we're hoping that there's a number of ticket-oriented organizations that could utilize this. So if you think about organizations like zoos or gardens or museums, where people might be going to the zoo and buying tickets, why not upsell them to a membership? Or repeat types of events where there's wineries or breweries where they've got repeated events, and so you could offer discounts to those people that are frequent people coming. We also think that this mechanism that has been popularized with public radio and TV where you're asking people to become a member rather than donate. So becoming a member feels a little bit more inclusive, and you may have to do some extra work to make it more inclusive. But we think that this has some real potential over the long term. And of course, membership organizations, there's countless membership types of organizations out there that have real needs. And part of our observation is that the membership products in the marketplace today, the technology is just not that great. And so hopefully we can bring really strong technology to this marketplace. I'll go through a couple of examples here. Run Wild Missoula is a running club. And the two things to call out there as examples, they've got an individual membership level and a family membership level, and they allow up to 10 family members within that family. So you've got two different prices, but it's a family friendly, and this platform supports that type of thing. They also have a store that they put into this as well. And so the membership system has a store capability included with it. Without Limits Running Team is this really interesting organization down in Carolina. And they basically offer a number of different types of training programs, coaching programs, participatory types of programs. They offer camps and so forth. And you can see here on the left-hand side how they've got their membership lasting over different periods of time. So this summer session goes from May 14th to August 29th, or like a single month of practice sessions is a 1-month membership is $100, or pay for the full year. So there's a lot of different flexibility and capability. They also, when you create a membership organization, you get a full-fledged website. So you can put as much content as you want up on it and really make it easy for your members to find content and understand what's going on. And then the last example is actually not public yet, but it's this nonprofit organization that's following this kind of idea of, instead of asking for a donation to sustainability, like reducing waste and being friendlier to the environment, events can become members, and they become part of the community that's supporting this type of an effort. And rather than like a family membership, like a race event organizer that has 5,000 people might have like 4 or 5 people that are part of their organization that should be part of this membership. And so this allows for that. So if you think of individual memberships and then family memberships and organizational memberships, this system is capable of doing that. And again, one of the nice website features, and there's a lot more here that we won't drill down on today, but we have built-in components like a contact us component. So you're not putting somebody's direct email address out there on the web. You're actually having a form where people can submit questions, and it can go to one or more people within your organization to answer those questions. When we designed this membership system, we designed it with a lot of flexibility, because what we've seen is that people want to have a number of different ways of structuring their memberships. So it might be a different time duration, it might be a different type like silver and gold that has different features in it. It might be different number of members, might be small family, big family, like the 500 person event versus the 5,000 person event in the previous example. Age range, you might want to have just a kids-oriented membership offering. There's options for things like auto renew. So if you sign up and you do a monthly membership or a yearly membership, we know your credit card and can recharge that credit card automatically. We give lots of price flexibility. There's things like coupons, and you've got lots of different features there. And then one of the other nice features is that you can tie the membership system with our event system. So today that works with races and registration. So if a person is, say, a silver member, they might get $5 off of a race. If they're a gold member, they might get $10 off of a race. and additional store items and bundles based. And I'll show an example in a little bit. So, here's some examples of duration and pricing where, there's yearly durations. You can start on a day or like when they join, or you can start on a single date like January 1st and everybody expires on December 31st, for example. We include things like automatic proration. So if you've got that yearly offering and somebody signs up on July 1st, they're only going to pay half the price because we automatically calculate the proration. And we calculate it on a daily basis. The software is smart. You can do monthly durations for any type of length of time. You can do daily durations, date-based durations like we saw earlier. And again, you can have different types of memberships, individual, family, organization, and you can set the number of members, and you can figure out how you want to collect information, because you can collect information via custom questions. So you can do a lot there. The top part of this shows the membership incentive for signing up for a race. And in this example, the gold levels get a discount, but the silver levels do not. And you can set this up such that each level can get a different kind of reward. The membership system is also integrated with the registration system. So if you're a running club that puts on events, or if you're a running club that has a very friendly race, you can actually allow people to sign up while they're signing up for the race. So they sign up for the race. If you're a member, you get the $5 off. If you're not a member, you're offered to join the club and then get the $5 off as part of that one single transaction. We take care of the split of the money. So the club, the membership organization gets the membership piece of it, and the race gets their piece of it. The other type of level incentive that we offer is bundled store items. So you can create these store items like hats or water bottles or whatever, and you can assign these to be bundled with different levels. So gold members might get the water bottle, where silver members don't get the water bottle. This also aligns, like a lot of this stuff came from, thinking about like public radio and how, like if you give $100 a month, you get a CD, and if you give $200 a month, you get a hoodie and stuff like that. So, and I think that that's very widely applicable. Memberships, in addition to all that level stuff, we have a lot of capability in the product. So you get free unlimited email, so you can upload as many contacts as you want, you can send as many emails as you want, but it's perfect for doing things like a monthly newsletter. We also include a free website. If you have your own URL, you can actually put that onto this website, and we manage all of that for you. There's no cost to that at all. One of the things that some of the membership organizations are doing is they're taking like the HTML version of their emails, the static, once they've sent it, and they're putting it onto their website. So basically they've got a history of all the monthly emails that they send out. It's a fully capable store. You can have very complex items. It works with a warehouse, and so it can be shared with your ticket events today, and the next year or so it can be shared with your registration events. You can take donations, you can ask questions, you can all sorts of different financial reports, you can do coupons, and you can offer secure access to different people in the organization with different levels of things. There's a set of notifications that automatically go out when things happen, like somebody signs up, you get a notification. When renewal is coming up, it gets notifications. And our waiver system is built into this as well. A lot of really good reports today, and it's an area where we're going to make them even better and kind of more comprehensive, but you get really good visibility into your reports. One of the things I'll call out here is this idea of when you've got a family membership of multiple people, see the little star beside Cece. So she is the primary member of this membership. So each of the people in here are members. So Bob, Kip, and Allison are all members. Bob is the primary member. And this will be important when we do the import. That little teaser will come back, and it will probably bite you when you try to do an import. When you look at a membership detail, you actually get to see everything. You can edit the membership, so you can define like when it starts and ends. You can extend a membership if you want to, for example, on the back end. You can edit the member information. So if somebody typed their information incorrectly, you can correct it for them. You can add a member. I just became a grandfather, so I could add my new granddaughter to that, little Emma. Now we'll get to kind of import and the demo part of that. We wrote up this blog, and kind of the key point is migrating data is hard. And so you have to have some amount of motivation. Hopefully all those features got you motivated to want to come onto the platform. But the move is undoubtedly going to be somewhat challenging, just because moving data is hard. And there's kind of two basic reasons for that. One is data validation. So if you've been keeping data in a spreadsheet, that data is not validated. You might have like birth dates or start and end dates that are incorrectly typed in, or emails that are incorrectly typed in, or something like that. Our system validates data because we want to make sure the data is clean when you put it in. And so it will throw errors when you have data that is not clean data. And there's also certain required fields, and we'll go into this a little bit more during the demo. But the real gotchas and the really difficult ones to kind of get over the hump on are when you have multi-member memberships. How do you tie those things together? And basically the way you do it is you tie it together with an external ID that says anybody with this ID is part of this membership. So the 3 Bickles all have this membership external ID. And then you do a primary member, and you say, okay, but Bob is the primary member. So we're going to get into a demo here, and this is kind of my backup screen in case stuff goes bad, but we'll try to do all this live now. So I have this little sample membership organization here. It's got multiple levels here. And it's got a full website. It has like an event list here and things like that. But we're not going to drill in on that. This is the backend dashboard where you can see reports. And then under memberships, there's this tab called imports. There's 2 ways to do imports. One way is to do a manual import. And what I want to do here is I want to select the membership level that I'm entering in at. So I'm going to say it's a gold membership, and I can record an offline dollar amount that I collect if I want to, and that'll go into your financial reports. And then you determine if this is the primary person or not. And I'll just fill in some sample information here from myself, and I can add another member, and I'll put in Marlies. And you can see here that this data is not required. The only 2 required fields are the star field when you're doing a manual import, because we're automatically associating these 2 people are together in this family membership because they're together on that one screen. And then I save that membership, and those 2 people are now in that, are imported in. So if I look at membership purchases and I view the members, I can see that, oops, member numbers. I can view the members, and I can see that Bob and Marlies just got imported. So that's manual import. CSV import is where you've got a spreadsheet and let's bring up my spreadsheet here. This is a really simple spreadsheet. It just has first name, last name, the membership level, the start date, and the end date. And those are really the primary things that you want to have when you're doing an import. And this one is all single imports. So it's the silver monthly is just a single, it's just a single membership. So you can't have multiple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag and drop this into my choose there. And we really suggest that you have a, well, let me bring that up again. That you have the first row is your title row. And the reason for that is that it just helps you remain organized. So row 1 is a header, so it knows what everything is. And then I say continue. Now this is where I match the fields that are in the system to the imported fields that are coming in. So if my names are kind of similar, they'll auto match here. You see first name matches with first name, last name matches with last name. I come down here, membership level matches with membership level name, start date matches, and end date matches. And I say continue. Now, here's another thing that typically is a little bit of a gotcha. Look at the date format for your date fields. So this is month, day, year, and it's a 2-digit sort of thing. We support kind of most of the common ways of formatting your month, date, year type of data. So I'll pick the format that I have for my import, and then I'll say continue, and I'll say, and it recognizes 3 members, start import, and if there was an error there, it would come back with a mistake. So if I came in here and I said member, and let me save this, and I came back in again and I tried to import that same spreadsheet, and there's my row 1. See, it'll say row 1, membership ID, invalid membership level name. So you'll get somewhat intelligent error reports back. And then what you'll do is you'll go back into your spreadsheet and you'll look at your row 1, which is after your title row, and you'll say, oh my gosh, look what I did. So I've got to update that, and then it will be fixed. All right, so so that's that. Let's choose a more complicated import. This time we're going to take a look at a complex import. What we have here is one that has family memberships. And what you'll see is that I have this column that is the member ID, basically. So this is my external ID. It's in my current system, I've got some sort of way to tie these people together, right? And you've got the Bickles are all 100s here. And then the La Familias are all 101s. And if you look at both the Bickles and the La Familias, there's only one T by primary member. So so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to import this one. Row 1 has a header. In this example, I'm importing email address, and that figured out that it was associated with email. Primary member got associated with member, membership level got associated, but external ID did not get associated, didn't figure out what that external ID was. So it's actually this membership number, which might have been what was output when I exported my data from my previous membership system. So there's my match. Let me pick my date format again correctly. I hit continue, I start my import, and then I can view that import. Let me look at the members here. And I can see all those members came in. The Familia family came in together, the Bickle family came in together, the appropriate person got designated as the primary on that. And that's the demo. It actually worked, Jonathan. Nice job. Go back to the slideshow here. So here's the things to remember. And again, we're going to be sending these slides out and the full recording as well. So we put these slides here to kind of jog your memory when you're trying out to do your imports. Make sure you have column headers. Break the large lists into smaller lists and try it out with just a handful, like 2 or 3 or something like that at first. And we actually limit it to 500. Part of the reason why we limit it to 500 is that it's very common to see errors that are coming in, and it's just easier to kind of consume and correct those errors in your origin data right up front and in smaller bite-sized pieces. If you've got a huge number of memberships, if somebody from Ducks Unlimited is here and they've got 600,000 members, we'll help you a bit with that, okay? There'll be some smarter ways that we can do that. Ensure all of your dates are in the same format. It doesn't really matter which format because we handle all the formats, but make sure that they're there. Save your spreadsheet as a CSV, not Excel. Have a member level field and then a start and end date. And if you've got multi-person memberships, they need to link those multiple people together with the external ID, the same external ID number. And then there can only be one primary member. And so you can identify that with a Y or a T or a true or a yes. And then the other ones can be blank or false or N or no, depending on what you want to do. We've got a bunch of resources here. This is all documented in a blog with sample CSVs to download and to play with. There's this really cool CSV merge tool that we did a number of years ago. That's nice when you're trying to merge data together and match it on a single column. And then we've got these sample spreadsheets for you to download. And with that, I will bring this to an end and ask for questions. Jonathan, Johanna?
Sorry, I was muted. Just a couple of quick questions. Does this membership platform have a cost? Do we have to use it? Do we have to use it to use the RunSignup platform? Do we have to? Sorry, do we have to use the RunSignup platform to use it? Is the
yeah? So there's no monthly fee. You can use it for free. If your memberships are all for free, there's zero cost. If your memberships have a cost, we charge a processing fee when people join. And that processing fee is $1 per transaction plus 6%, and that's the money that pays for our software development and for Jonathan's t-shirts. And so it's really easy, and you don't have to use RunSignup any of our other products. You can use the membership product standalone if you want. Yeah, you can use it as a single standalone product.
What do I do if I'm having trouble with importing? What kind of support is available?
Prayer always works. Yeah, so you can contact us, info@runsignup.com, and our support and account management team can give you a hand with that. We're somewhat tentative about we'll take a look at your data and everything, but we don't want to necessarily be in the job of having to do all of the imports for you. And it's probably useful for you to, have some amount of control over that as well, and to understand the data that's coming in to make sure that it's good. But we are here to help.
Is there a cost for importing a large number of members?
No, because it really is self-serve. You can do this all on your own. If your data is really bad and you're thinking that you're going to pay us to clean up your data, that's not what we'll do. But other than that, yeah, we'll help you as much as we can and get your data imported.
I think that is it. So
Cool.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Brian said to like and subscribe.